Hi, I'm Deanna Messenger, and my essay is on abortion. You're at a party drinking with some friends, having fun flirting. You and this person hit it off, and things get sexual. You take this upstairs just to have a night of fun, and in the morning you might take a walk of shame. Everything was fine after that until you realized you missed your period. You take a pregnancy test and it comes back positive. You are pregnant. What are your thoughts? Do you want to keep it, or do you want to have an abortion because it's with someone that you don't know and was just a one-night stand? This situation is very common upon unplanned pregnancy, but the solution is not abortion. I am pro-life, and with intense research, I will plead my point of view of abortion, and I will talk to you about the question of having the choice of abortion, the complications of abortion, and the psychological effects it can cause. So do you think having the choice of abortion is right? I don't believe so, because after 1 week of conception, the sperm and the egg unite to form 23 chromosomes. In other words, the egg is fertilized. And just after 21 days, there's already a heartbeat. So in my case, even just 1 week after conception, the process of developing a baby starts rather quickly. Every day that goes by, the more human characteristics start to build, and you can have an abortion anywhere between the first month and 3 months. So how do you know how much your baby has developed in 3 months? Well, in just the second month of pregnancy, there is a heartbeat, buds for arms and legs start to form, and the neural tubes begin to form. In just 9 to 10 weeks, the embryo develops into a fetus, and the umbilical cord connects from the abdomen of the fetus to the placenta. And in just 11 to 12 weeks, the bones harden, skin and fingernails start to grow, and the fetus starts to make movements. So, in other words, there's already technically a baby really forming in there, and if you can abort it from anywhere between the first and third month, 11 to 12 weeks is just about under 3 months. So that's technically still life, so how could you kill an innocent life that has just beginning to form? And Ronald Reagan even stated, "I've noticed that everyone who was for abortion has already been born." Not only do I believe it's wrong to kill life, but wouldn't you be scared of the procedure of an abortion? The most common problems include bleeding, infections, fever, abdominal pain, vomiting, and gastrointestinal disturbances. Sounds like a lot of fun, right? Not only that, but you could cause severe damage to your cervix. Your cervix normally is tightly closed, but for the procedure of an abortion, your cervix must be stretched open with great force. This will also cause microscopic tearing of the muscles in the cervix. And when that happens, for your next planned pregnancy, you might have trouble holding a baby in there because of the torn muscles, and it may cause premature birth of the newborn baby or a miscarriage. And according to statistics, 14% of women have a miscarriage in a future pregnancy after having an abortion. So is an abortion worth all this trouble and possible harm on not only your baby, but the little life you are responsible for? Now that I've told you about the complications of abortion, imagine the psychological effects it can cause on you. According to David C. Reardon, a study done on 500 aborted women, 50% expressed negative feelings, and 10% were classified on having serious psychiatric complications. The most common emotions felt upon abortion is depression, guilt, regret, and insomnia. And not only are those horrible feelings to experience, but thoughts of being suicidal are common as well. Researchers have come to a conclusion that 28% attempted suicide, 31% experienced feelings of suicide, and 94% regretted the decision of abortion. So why put yourself through all this harm if the solution is so easy? Don't have an abortion.
Okay, I got
Now I know abortion can be equally harmful to someone's body as delivering a baby, but there's other solutions to this as well. Another solution is adoption. With adoption, you could be helping a family that is incapable of having kids, and it'll help for your decision that you did not want the baby in the first place, and you're saving a life. A life that can make a difference to human society. The way I see it is, if things happen for a reason, and things happen for a reason, and some things are blessings in disguise. So no matter what irresponsible or responsible way you got pregnant, think about the complications and effects of abortion it can have on your mind and body. And maybe this speech I made will make you pro-life, and then together we can save a life and make a difference. Down here, I have some
She's not done.
slideshows of me being pro-life, and I have the quote again on here from Ronald Reagan saying that everyone who is for abortion are already born. And then here are the stages of pregnancy. I have them all down here, and even just by like 8-9 weeks, there's a heartbeat and arms and legs are forming. And then the psychological problems I have in here is depression, regret, guilt, and insomnia. And since on here 1973, about 48,589,993 people have been aborted. And just think about how many people could have made a difference in life if all those lives were saved. And that's the end of my presentation. Does anyone have any questions?
I have questions. So, would you yourself get an abortion?
I was saying
would
5
not
minutes.
get an abortion. I am pro-life.
What if it was Bobby's kid?
No.
I'm sorry.
Can we keep that name out of the room, please?
Yes.
What if it was your sister?
My sister,
Dun dun dun.
even though she's my sister, and I'd feel that, teen pregnancy, I'm not necessarily for, just because you're so young, but if you were a teenager and you got pregnant, I would definitely want you to have the baby. Like I said, everything happens for a reason, things are blessings in disguise, and keep a life, save a life, I'd totally be
So
for
if you
it.
were in that
I'd be supportive.
situation, would you have an abortion or would you keep it?
I would keep it. I would
I'm
not
pretty
have
sure
an
she answered that question already.
Is it different if the person's a rape victim?
Rape victim,
Right.
that is a good question.
Got you.
Don't take it out on the child.
Yeah, that's a good point. Don't necessarily take it out on the child. Even though it's a rough situation, I could see like the psychological effect it could really have on you there. I would still say keep it, and adoption is always a choice.
You didn't explain anything about condoms in your presentation.